It's time to crown the king. Yep, African champion. Stay with me.
African champions.
African champion.
African champions.
African champions.
Ugo Udezue from Nigeria is our African champion.
You be champion.
Ugo Udezue is a former Nigerian international basketball player, former NBA agent with BDA Sports in the United States, and the CEO of AFA. You're asking what's AFA? AFA is actually Africa for Africa. And Africa for Africa is a Nigerian company that is engaged in the design, development, and manufacturing, marketing, and sales of athletic and leisure footwear, apparel, and accessories. Now, Africa for Africa has grown to become one of the continent's hottest sports merchandising and apparel companies. Yeah, pretty big. Pretty big right there. So if you've seen AFA anywhere, AFA, yep, it's Nigerian owned sports company. So Udezue worked in the United States developing African players after he retired professionally. Now he resigned his lucrative job in the USA and returned to Lagos in Nigeria, where he is helping African continent with Continental Basketball League, that's the CBL, and AFA Sports products. His original idea was to create a basketball league that would cater for professional basketball players in Africa, which led to the establishment of the Continental Basketball League, the CBL. Now, what was actually unplanned was the birth of AFA Sports, that is Africa for Africa. I mean, his own was just to help develop the sport and get people on board and everything. But the unplanned initiative, or the unplanned, should I even say, big thing was the company itself, the AFA Sportsing merchandising company. That was actually unplanned, but it came into the picture because the kits they were using wasn't something that was favorable for, the sports. You know how basketball could be. I mean, you need to be fly to be a basketballer, right? I mean, my basketball people out there would testify to that. So he wasn't actually looking to, get into the production of sports merchandise and what have you. It was just to create, to help the league, get grounds and everything. But AFA was born, and it's more of like, let's meet the demand for the kits, right? So the Nigerian national basketball team, the Tigers, had a major kitting challenge going into the Afro Basket 2017 competition, and AFA at that time became their jersey sponsors. So if we're building the league, the Continental Basketball League, we definitely need to also equip it with the necessary garments, gears, apparels, and what have you. So AFA came into the scene, and since then, it has been one of the major sponsors of the various basketball teams across the continent, even outside the continent. Now, uniquely for the continent, AFA Sports also builds its own factories in Lagos, the most popular city in Africa. Built its factories in Lagos as part of Udezue's statement mission to lower Nigeria's staggering unemployment rate. Now, Ugo Udezue exports AFA Sports apparels to, guess what, 20 countries. That is big. 20 countries, and now has 2 shops in Lagos and one in Abuja. That's FCT, the Federal Capital Territory, and is planning to expand production. Now, AFA Sports does about 90% of production in Africa and hopes to make it 100% by the year 2022. So we're looking next year. Let's see where that goes, but trust me, we know it will definitely get somewhere. So by 2022, they're looking to expand production to 100% when the company officially opens its shoe factory. So it means the shoes or the sneakers are not really locally manufactured, but the jerseys and the shorts and what have you, the jackets, the caddies and what have you, everything locally manufactured in Nigeria. Now, Odoaze has created around 800 jobs since he launched the Alpha Company in 2016 November, and plans to have a total of 2,000 tailors by the end of the year. Big one, big one. We're talking about by the end of this year, we're looking to get 2,000 tailors. So you see, this is where the creativity thing steps in. You're a producer, you're a CEO, and aside the fact that you're making profits, you're making businesses and everything, yeah, you're giving job to the society as well, and that for me is pretty huge. Now, Alpha Sports Kids teams the Alpha Sports Kids teams is actually sponsoring more than 5 African countries. So you have Alpha sports and kits in different African countries. So we have 5 African countries and sponsors different football leagues as well as sports camps and academies. Now, Doise describes himself as Pan-African and is passionate about unifying the continent through business and sports. Ugo Udezue, his company Alpha Sports is set to be the first. This more for me like a spoiler. Is set to be the first and only African sports apparel company to officially outfit a team at the Olympic Games in Japan this year. It's happening. Tokyo. It's happening in Japan. So, I mean, I love my Olympics. I love to see the geniuses do their own thing on the track and field, the 100 meters, the 200 meters, and what have you. AFA Sports happens to be the first and only African sports apparel company to officially outfit a team at the Olympic Games in Japan this year. Kudos to Ugo Udezue for such a brilliant ideology, for such a brilliant mindsets. He's been working in the U.S., played in the NBA outside, and after retirement, let me come back to my continent and champion it. And this is what we need. I mean, there are a lot of things. Even the ball, the basketball that is being used outside is not the same. He knows the game. He knows what it is. So it's like, you know what? We have a specific kind of ball that we need to be playing here. At a point in time, it's like even when you sweat too much, there's a way that the ball slips through your hands, and there's a type of basketball that can be used that is very suitable with our weather. So there's a whole lot of things that he plans to bring on board, in the Continental Basketball League space. And trust me, this is very huge, especially for the basketball lovers, those who really want to play professionally. You may not be thinking about featuring in the NBA, in as much as the NBA is very big, but creating our local basketball league here on the continent is equally good, because we equally have good, brilliant, basketballers. All right, that's all we have for our African Champions segment. Ugo Udezue from Nigeria, CEO of AFA Sports, is our African champion for today.
You are an African champion.
Enjoy the video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share.